Hi, I'm Damon Pohl. Today I've collected my top 5 YouTube channels for learning Japanese. These channels have hundreds of videos filled with useful resources. When studying involves your other interests, it can be easier to stay motivated. Today's channels include a variety of video formats, including textbook lessons, food vlogs, radio shows, and video game playthroughs. I often return to these channels to mark my progress with listening practice, and because they are entertaining. I find they have long-lasting value, and I hope they will be useful for you. First, we'll sample a channel that is a feast for the senses, Japanese Food Craftsman. The description for this channel states, "Here at Japanese Food Craftsman, we feature delicious food and the stories of restaurant owners from all over Japan." Japanese Food Craftsman is a channel filled with documentary-style food vlogs. The videos often feature food stalls, or yatai, which literally means shop stall. A recent article from Arigato Travel splits yatai into two categories: temporary festival stalls and more regular nightly yatai. The nightly versions feature tables and seats for patrons and commonly sell alcohol. These portable cart restaurants typically set up each day before serving an evening rush. The yatai showcase various delicacies like ramen or yakitori, chicken skewers. The Japanese Food Craftsman videos have many advantages for language learners. Cooking and culture is a great starting point for learning about Japan. Discussions of ingredients and restaurant etiquette include useful vocabulary for future travelers, and the delicious food serves as a motivation to continue studying. There are interesting interviews about the cart owners and their history with cooking. They discuss their clientele, passion for food, and life philosophy. Even though some of the conversation is above my level, it is easy to enjoy the quieter portions of the videos, watching the chefs transport and set up their stall and prepare their ingredients. You can enjoy listening along and switching between English and Japanese subtitles to check your comprehension. Besides showcasing yatai, Japanese Food Craftsman also has videos of Japanese crafts, schools, soccer clubs, and restaurants. The channel has an impressive catalog of almost 900 videos and is updated regularly. They also have an online shop where you can buy kitchen knives as well as pottery and other items. Next, we'll look at the warm approach of Japanese immersion with Asami. Let's take a look at the channel's description. Something is here for everyone who wants to listen and learn Japanese through immersion, storytelling, TPRS, comprehensible input, anime, movie, conversation, etc. Hope it will help you learn Japanese in a relaxing way. Japanese Immersion with Asami is a channel full of approachable resources for getting started with immersion. There is a section for absolute beginners where you can start listening to simple Japanese phrases. Immersion learning can feel difficult, and I've returned to these videos many times. Asami often uses puppets to act as characters. They participate in dialogues, answer questions, and demonstrate actions. Asami's channel description mentions comprehensible input, an approach favored by Dr. Drew's lab, a resource mentioned in one of my other videos. The description also references TPRS, or the method of teaching proficiency through reading and storytelling. According to an article by Linda D'Argenio, the method uses storytelling as a teaching tool. In the TPRS class, the teacher and students co-create stories in the target language to facilitate language acquisition. Asami's stories involve the adventures of animals, or everyday situations like taking the bus. There's even a series of stories about one of my favorite movies, Kiki's Delivery Service. Japanese Immersion with Asami is a great example of how immersion can be mixed into a study routine, even at an early level. The channel has nearly 150 videos and was last updated in 2024. Next, we'll receive help from a piece of sushi, thanks to Learn Japanese with Tanaka-san. This channel's description reads, "My name is Tanaka, a tiny sushi who teaches Japanese. If you want to learn Japanese in a fun way, you are in the right place." Tanaka-san's channel is filled with cute drawings. There are food-based characters like Egg-san and Tofu-san, as well as various animals. The channel has many different types of valuable resources. The videos feature real-world situations like coffee shops, convenience stores, and airplane announcements. There are videos dedicated to conversation practice, making small talk, and dealing with predictable daily situations. You can practice listening with audio diaries, radio shows, and other short lessons. Tanaka-san has playlists dedicated to studying kanji, like Learn Kanji Through Anime and Kanji Camp. Other lessons include flashcard reviews and grammar explanations. There are also lots of casual videos about Japanese culture, learning strategies, and study tips. Outside of YouTube, Tanaka-san has published 2 books to aid learners. Onomatopoeia Friends looks at the Japanese words for sounds. It depicts the sounds as comic book characters, providing a visual aid for recall. Their more recent book is titled Handy Japanese Conversations, Master Basic Phrases Through Manga. It aims to help beginners get started with conversation through 4-panel comics. Both books are illustrated in the same style as the channel videos. Tanaka-san has amassed almost 200 videos, and the channel is updated regularly. Their website has character bios, as well as free PDFs, a Japanese blog, and more. Next, we'll dive into the digital world of games with Ashiya Gaku. The description of this channel mentions the Ashiya Gaku broadcasting department and notes that the creator's favorite color is blue. Ashiya Gaku is a Let's Play channel focusing on Japanese role-playing games, or JRPGs. It currently has more than 1,000 videos, with more being added every day. Ashiya Gaku plays games for retro consoles like the Famicom, Super Famicom, PlayStation 1, and Game Boy Advance. So far, they have completed several Fire Emblem and Dragon Quest games. Video games can be a good source of motivation for studying. These playthroughs are extra helpful for learners who have played through the games before or are familiar with the characters and story. They can easily springboard off of their prior knowledge. Ashiya Gaku reads the dialogue, so the videos can be used as immersive listening practice or vocabulary review as you follow along with the kanji on screen. RPG games are often quite wordy, and there is lots of dialogue to wade through in these older games. The gameplay, combat, and quests can also be complicated, and the player commentary provides a different type of speech from the scripted narrations. While the fantasy vocabulary might not be relevant to everyday situations, the mix of entertainment and learning is a fun break from reading a textbook. The channel is a good precursor to playing games like this in Japanese for yourself, an even more immersive experience. Games like Final Fantasy got me interested in Japan and Japanese at an early age, and playing through my favorite games in their original language is an ever-looming goal. Finally, we're off to study in the classroom with Nihongo Mori. The description states, "This channel started in 2013 with the philosophy of contributing to the world through Japanese language education. We will deliver fun and easy-to-understand classes to the world." The different kanji in the name Nihongo Mori literally mean Japan, language, and forest. Nihongo Mori is a Japanese school, and it is a professional resource with detailed lessons presented by skilled teachers. There are many videos dedicated to help you prepare for the different levels of the Japanese language proficiency test. There are also hour-long lectures on grammar and a whole series on the nuances of the Kansai dialect. The teachers of Nihongo Mori share their passion for Japanese through bright and enthusiastic lessons. They encourage students to engage with the material and try to make it as accessible as possible. In one series, they ask passers-by on the street to solve JLPT questions, often with humorous results. Watching along is a nice way to blow off steam when preparing for the stressful exams. For extra immersion, there are food vlogs, live streams, classroom lessons, and much more. The channel has over 800 videos and is updated regularly. They have a website where they sell books and additional video courses. Nihongo Mori is a vibrant virtual Japanese classroom, with lots to listen to and a little something for every student. I hope these channels are as useful to you as they are to me. Immersion is a valuable method of language acquisition. It is beneficial to become familiar with the sounds and pacing of a language, even as a beginner. As you improve, returning to familiar resources can be a nice treat and a confidence boost. A 2023 paper titled Immersive Learning discusses the value of the approach and the rise of digital and virtual options. The paper states that experiential learning is at the core of our existence and is fundamental in our physiological, behavioral, and psychological development. When making this video, I was struck by the wealth of learning resources available on YouTube. Today's channels alone have thousands of free videos to enjoy. It is easier than ever to be immersed in your target language. What is your favorite channel for language learning? Let me know in a comment below. And be sure to check the description for links and sources. Like the video if you like Japanese, and subscribe if you want to see more videos. Thanks for listening, and happy studying.